and listening to your lectures. But this one particularly intrigued me about anti-cancer living and your philosophy behind it. So what led you to write this book together, and why this title?
Well, Lorenzo and I moved to Houston, and Lorenzo started a job at MD Anderson Cancer Center, and I was teaching. And then we started a family, a young family. And Lorenzo would come home from work every day talking about the research he was doing, his colleagues, international folks in the area looking at lifestyle and cancer. And it was interesting conversation every night at dinner. And then we had this young family, and we realized that we wanted to fill their toolbox with strategies and things that would help them to be healthy adults and young people. And so we started kind of doing things around our house to facilitate that learning for them and to try and ensure that they would grow up to be healthy young adults. And then what we realized was that we weren't living that life. We were putting a lot of effort into our children's lives, but we weren't. And so then we, with a group of friends, decided that we were going to start making changes in our life. And we started making those changes. And then Lorenzo and I, were talking about the things that we were doing, and people asked us to come and speak to different groups, and we started doing workshops. And we realized that this unique opportunity that we were in, we wanted to share, and people really wanted to understand the science behind cancer and lifestyle and some really effective strategies that they could implement to make change in their life. And so we decided to write a book together, and it took 2 years to bring to fruition. And
what was most surprising in this process and the decision to actually write a book was that people didn't know. And being at MD Anderson and being immersed in the literature and the link between the majority of cancers being caused by our own lifestyle choices, I just kind of have always known that once I learned the science behind all of this, but people just didn't know. There's just a lack of awareness that there's a link between alcohol and cancer, and being overweight and cancer, and being excess sedentary behaviors we'll get into, and cancer. And there's just this massive knowledge gap. And when people heard, when we gave some talks here and there about this strong association, we saw that they were thankful and empowered. So we saw it in some sense as incumbent to kind of fill this space that wasn't out there in the lay literature, sharing, as Allison said, not only that there is this scientific link and providing the evidence, but now what do you do about it?
Mm-hmm.
So we